bonus episode edition, Super Bowl live reaction edition. I'm Jenny Mywin, reporter at Marketing Brew.
I'm Kelsey Sutton, editor.
And I'm Katie Hicks, senior reporter.
You heard me right. Welcome to the bonus episode where Kelsey, Katie, and I will be live reacting to Super Bowl ads of note. And we've got them all. Not all of them. That would take 1 million years. We've got approximately 7 that we are going to give you our thoughts on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be silly. Hopefully you have a good time with us. So without further ado, let's roll the first ad.
Oh, this is Instacart's ad. Okay, we've got Ben Stiller and
Benson
Boone singing about bananas. Ooh.
Oh, we love a flip.
He has to
we
flip.
gotta get a Benson Boone flip.
I feel like this is like that SNL sketch where there's Benson Boone and like flips into a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But it's Ben Stiller who flips off and
We've got all the bets.
and fell off a stage. I love the vintage look of this. That goofy type ad. That's ultimately a goofy type ad.
It is.
But kind of vintage, I mean, I like the look, if nothing else.
Yeah, is it? I feel like the aspect ratio was like a weird aspect ratio too, right? We love a little film moment for the film bros out there. Yeah. But like, you get Benson Boone, you have to have him do a flip. It's required, actually.
Yeah,
and also like making someone fall off of a stage is like the easiest form of humor. Like everyone's gonna laugh at that.
Yeah, honestly, we love like a Three Stooges sort of situation.
Physical comedy.
I didn't even like think about it being an Instacart ad for a little bit, and I guess it was just like bananas, LOL. You can get bananas.
Yeah, I didn't quite piece together the connection to Instacart, but
I think so. Christina talked with them, and I think they're advertising that you can emphasize like more information about the products that you want. So one of the things that they get in their current existing like notes function is people will say, I want like green bananas, or I want really, really ripe bananas, or something like that. So I think the idea is like they're building a new feature to actually provide
for bananas,
for more products, including bananas. But that's like a very.
But will the Instacart person listen? Because I've not had luck with that.
That is the thing. I feel like that is the thing that people always joke about bananas specifically on Instacart too. They're always like, I wanted 3 bananas. And
I got
they
3
show
pounds.
3 pounds of bananas or 3 bunches or whatever
I got 3
it is.
pounds of cottage cheese. What's that?
You're like, I wanted 1 bite.
They're out of bananas.
Yep, that's all you got. Yeah. So I did forget to note at the top is that for anyone listening, you can watch along with us on YouTube as well. And then all of the links to these ads will be in the show notes as well. So if you want to check them out afterwards, watch along, you can go to all those places. But now let's go to the second one. Okay,
this is Jurassic Park.
Oh, yes.
This is for
This is the Xfinity ad.
Yes.
Okay, isn't this one like incredibly long, actually?
No, it is. Yeah. It's quite long. It starts with this clip from the movie, like throwback to the original Jurassic Park. Not one of the many sequels.
Once again, kind of nostalgia.
Sort of like tech. Oh, yeah, you're so right. Yeah.
But then there's the Xfinity guy, and he's here to help.
Oh, good. We're in modern day
He
now.
plugs in the modem, and now it's all.
I've always thought Jurassic Park would be better if there was a tech guy involved.
Oh, good. Laura Dern's here. Don't worry.
Here. Okay.
Lovely weekend.
What? Okay.
So it's still throwback footage. Oh wait, no. This is modern.
See, but this is.
Is he de-aged?
Who?
There's
the main guy.
The main guy.
It looks
the non-Laura Dern.
All of these footage pieces, I'm like, which parts are old footage, which parts are real, which parts are maybe
new.
AI.
Yes.
Okay, and so this is now like, what if Jurassic Park had Xfinity, and it's like everybody's hanging out by the pool and like waving at the dinosaurs. I feel like this ad is really, really long.
It is.
It's really long. It's kind of a stretch as a concept.
It's the length of Jurassic
Park. Jurassic Park is actually airing during the Super Bowl.
This is a very long ad. I like the idea of it, but I feel like it probably they played the theme twice.
Oh, so true.
It's still going.
Yeah. They're like, we have one iconic song. We'll keep going.
Yeah. Again, I'm kind of like fun idea, but like full length movie.
I know. Oh, wow.
But
I feel like I don't know if that landed for me. I don't know. It just kind of dragged. The concept, I feel like there's a funny way to execute on like everything would be easier if you just like fixed your tech issues right away.
Yeah, like I don't really understand the Jurassic Park connection.
Or sort of like you kind of imply like what could have happened, like, whew, close one, blah, blah, blah.
But like even
which is probably like what Jurassic Park fans would pick up on. But like if you haven't seen the movie, which I admittedly have only seen part of, but if you haven't seen the movie,
You've
you don't
seen it all,
necessarily.
actually.
that was the movie.
That was actually the whole thing.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, maybe this is just geared towards an older audience. Maybe this is for like the dads who have tech problems and need to help with their Wi-Fi.
But even the concept, like the part that you pointed out, Kelsey, that was like, oh, now we're all, if Jurassic Park had Xfinity, we'd be relaxing by the pool and having a good time. I'm like, I haven't seen the movies in a while, but I'm like, the movies are not relaxing ever. Like, even if you put internet into Jurassic Park, I don't think anyone would be sitting by the pool. So like, if you think too hard about it, I don't think it works at all.
I feel like this was just an excuse to get Laura Dern.
Which I respect.
I respect it too.
I'm like, get Laura Dern on screen. Sure.
Put Laura Dern in every Super Bowl ad.
I like that we were like, yes, Laura Dern, and then we were like, oh, the main guy.
Yeah, sorry. She's the only relevant one to me.
Yeah, I don't know what the main guy's name is. I like Samuel, thank you, control room. But well, I like it was fun.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. All right.
On
On to the
next.
next.
Will Shatner.
There's Raisin Bran.
William Shatner as Will Shat, the Bran ambassador. I gotta say,
That's
I
funny.
do like the pun.
The Bran ambassador pun, yeah.
Oh, and that was our first poop reference, which was duty calls, low on fiber.
And that woman just calls him Will Shat as if that's what he goes by
Do you
normally.
feel like do you feel like the color grading on this is like
Shih Tzu.
It's
Shih Tzu's
a little.
Sorry.
There's
Will Shat on the car, just reference.
Great.
Just
happy
line.
fiber, happy gut.
Do you feel like the color grading in that was? It felt AI. I don't think it is, but I feel like the color grading made it feel a
was very
little AI.
saturated.
Yeah.
Super saturated. and
It's
I feel
kind of
like
techie vibes, too.
that's like a
even
little-
though
Here's
that
the
wasn't
thing.
right.
William Shatner is 94 years old.
Is he really?
Imagine being
The thing
in
is,
the
I'm like,
twilight of your career and you get the call to come in and play Will Shat.
And maybe he did it because he is 94 years old.
That's
and he's
true.
Like, why not?
The thing is I'm like, if Raisin Bran just said, if you eat Raisin Bran, you will also look like William Shatner at 94.
You might live to be 94.
Give me 20
Hey.
bowls.
That's
Give me
true.
20 bowls. We talked about this with our prior episode, but I don't like the bathroom humor. Like it bums me out. I don't. I don't like
Automatic bummer.
But yeah, pun intended. I don't like it, but I feel like people are going to talk about this ad.
Yeah.
I just feel like
This is Raisin Bran's first ever Super Bowl ad. They wanted to come in hot and
Swinging.
they sure did.
Yeah. I think it's funny that we ultimately, it seems like all three of us thought that the Bran ambassador pun was funnier than any of the rest of the potty humor.
I think because it felt more natural than like the shortening his name from William Shatner to Will Shat was a little bit of a stretch, I think. But
I think like the first time I heard it, I was like, huh. but now that I've thought about it,
when I knew what the theme of the ad was going to be and I saw that William Shatner was in the campaign, I'm like, I know where they're going with this.
But I do kind of respect the effort to kind of get past like you can play this on network television because they've figured out a way. It's like it's his name. It's actually his name, so you can
you can't arrest us.
you can say Shih Tzu.
right.
Yeah. It's legal. Look it up.
You can say it really slowly, even, and it'll be fine. Well, only more potty humor to come.
Yeah, that's not the only
unfortunately.
one.
Hopefully, no more in this compilation. But we are at the mercy of our producers, so we don't know. Maybe there's more.
It's just constant.
Yeah,
funny
they're
humor.
like all the poop jokes. That's it. That's all.
one
we're
after the
doing.
other. Let's go.
Let's hope not. Please roll the next ad.
Rich people.
Succession.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is hims and hers.
Oh my god, this is so scary. Actually.
It's very world's richest man in orbit again. Very much a Jeff Bezos ref.
The whole thing is like,
Well, and also that guy, what's his name? The guy who like uses his son's blood to stay alive forever.
Oh yes,
Silicon Valley
I feel like
guy.
it's Brian something.
Yes.
But Brian Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you, control room. Yeah, this is very much like, rich people live longer because they have money money and they can like.
And they're like, we're bringing
Yeah.
it to the people. But like, we really started off with class warfare there, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's saying like rich people do this and you could too. So it's basically insinuating that whoever's watching this ad cannot
Is poor.
afford all the treatments in this
yeah,
ad.
you cannot.
But you too can feel rich if you use Hims and Hers.
Luxury at a discount.
I do feel like this is such an interesting like choice, like political like kind of message to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a pharma ad, right? So like, but the beginning kind of comes out strong. It's
Yeah.
like
Literally, that first image
Yeah,
is quite
it's very
literally
Succession.
the Succession credits, isn't it? Or the theme song. Like
Yeah, it
you
looks
see
like
that.
or like
with
or
the piano
very
in the back,
similar.
Yeah.
Very, very
Can
similar.
we get the rights to the Succession theme music? Can we just play that over this part, actually? No, we do not have the cash for that. But if Hims and Hers wants to sponsor us, maybe they'll play the theme music for us.
Give us a call.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it is an interesting choice. And it's like, I think people will be surprised by it.
It may also be polarizing, right? Some people may say, "Oh my gosh, I was like really bought in on this message, and then I found out it was a pharma ad." But maybe they're out to provoke. You know?
I like that it didn't feel like a pharma ad. I liked the artistic elements of it all, but I think the message of like you're gonna die younger than a lot of people because you're too poor might not necessarily hit for certain audiences.
Like, I think a select few will find it kind of funny because like there has been internet jokes forever of like, oh, the rich people do have access to better healthcare than everyone else, and we're just
which is
out
a
of
valid
luck.
thing to bring up,
It's
but also
true.
I just feel like, you know, with how people receive certain messages,
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone's gonna get it.
I don't think it feels good to maybe be sitting at the Super Bowl with all of your friends and family and then being hit with the message of like, oh, you might
Remember
die.
your mortality?
Yeah.
But honestly, like, what better way to get somebody thinking about like talking to their
True.
doctor? So you know,
It might work.
might work.
A lot of anxious calls the next day.
Yeah.
To the nearest.
Should I make an
providers.
appointment? I'm thinking about it now, so let's get ahead of it maybe. Well, we'll see. What's coming next for us? Roll the next one.
Pets or family?
Oh yes, this is Ring's very okay. So there was a dog, and they're putting up lost dog posters, missing. And this is, I believe, the founder of Ring, who is. We've got some blue.
It's basically describing like how Ring cameras can help you find your lost dog, right?
Like, don't
Yeah.
rely on flyers. Put a camera at your front door.
Yeah, so I think this is like a new feature that Ring is announcing, which is Search Party, which
Is that AI too? Is that an AI feature?
It's got to be.
It is,
Little,
yeah. It's like
recognition
using
element.
AI to identify dogs. I feel like this is such an interesting message for Ring to put out because the last Ring has sort of had a lot of trying to like rewrite the narrative. There's been lots of questions about Ring's surveillance tech, which is functionally what like a doorbell, a video doorbell is, being used by various parties, whether that's police, whether that's ICE. They've been trying to kind of rein in that and say it's like it's up to the individual who you share your data with, et cetera.
So they're quite literally trying to distract us with puppies.
But this is very interesting
God,
because,
so
right, it kind of
true.
like the imagery in the ad is like, here, look, these little blue kind
It's
of
showing
circles.
us.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
shows that this is exactly how like a mass surveillance works for dogs.
For dogs, it's just
dogs,
for
though.
dogs.
Just dogs,
Don't
though.
So
worry.
I feel like this is a really interesting time for them to put this ad out.
I'm kind of surprised they're even
Doing it?
advertising. Yeah, why? Like, I would assume if they're going through a PR crisis, why would you
Maybe they don't
put
see it
yourself
as a
front and
PR
center?
crisis, and they're like, we actually are kind of proud of the way that this tech works, but let's put it out in the most palatable way possible, which is lost puppies. Which I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw the ad, I am a new dog mom, and I saw the little puppy on screen, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, I would be really sad if I lost my dog. And then I was like, wait, this is scary.
You're like, wait, I should get everyone I know to get a Ring camera so then I will never lose my dog.
Right, that is clearly the solution.
But I mean, the thing that I think is so interesting is it's like that with like the baby animal angle is, you know, time
Going back
and
to what we
time
talked about
again.
in last episode, like safe themes. It's like safe themes of like nostalgia and whatever. Safe theme, baby animals.
Baby animals, which like they're
Everyone
not the
loves a
only
baby
one.
animal.
Yeah, because what is the Americana ad we talked about with the horse and the eagle? Like
Budweiser's.
Yes. And there's like a little baby animal moment at the beginning too.
Yeah, I think they're
like,
both babies together.
Awesome.
Baby animals
Babies
as friends.
being babies.
babies being babies.
Forget about any sinister use of our tech because we got babies.
Yeah, we have baby animals and they're really soft and they're really cute. So that's it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know if that ad worked for me, but you know, let's see how the audience reacts.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we'll see what's coming for us here.
Betting on the right
here we
guy.
go.
Kendall Jenner,
Yeah,
baby.
Kendall.
Yes.
Explained by Kendall
Fanatics
Jenner.
Sportsbook.
This is giving like the Big Short kind of explainer. It feels.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I feel like
I like that she's addressing this rumor, like the rumor that like every NBA player that she dates is cursed. I think that's funny and like a fun way to like.
And I think
Play
it
on
visually
it.
looks really cool,
It,
too.
I want everything she's wearing in this ad. I want her car. I want her house. It's all very aspirational for me as a viewer.
I feel like maybe the message here is sports betting can be for women too.
So that's my question. I'm like,
If
is
you
this?
sports bet, you too can be Kendall Jenner.
So my question is, I feel like this messaging might piss off a few male viewers who are like upset when she dates NBA players, and they're like, "Oh, she's cursing my favorite team, whatever."
This
So I
car thing
wonder,
is so silly to me.
But
car just jerking back. I wonder, is this like Fanatics basically saying that like sports betting's for girls too? Like women should get involved? Are they trying to broaden their demo here?
Maybe.
yeah, or
But also, men like Kendall Jenner.
And you can bet
So-
with me
But do they like the
or against
message?
me
That's
on
my
Fanatics
question.
Sportsbook.
That's true.
Next up.
Because she's basically she just said she got a jet on his money or betting against him. I don't know.
And I think the thing here is also like part of the sports betting like message, like for a lot of these brands is like win big. Like you can become rich.
Yeah.
And this
You
is very
insider
much like
trade like Kendall Jenner. You too can be rich.
it's not insider trading. It's sports betting.
It's being
different.
strategic.
It's different. It's different. You're just dating someone and then you break up with them, but you might have placed a bet.
Right.
on that.
Yeah. You just
It's-
happen to place a bet. I don't know. It's fine.
Crazy.
It's fine.
Actually, Trevor Noah made a joke about this at the Grammys a couple nights ago too, where like he made a joke. I think it was during one of his like monologue moments, and he was like, "Oh, blah 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 potato." And by the way, if you placed a bet on Polymarket of me saying potato, good job, Trevor_22. You just cashed in. So
I mean, it's not illegal.
everywhere.
It's not illegal to do that. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, I'm just curious, like if the men are gonna react well to this one.
yeah,
I mean, but here's the thing: it's also kind of rewriting the way people think about sports. It's not about your favorite athlete. It's about like what happens and like
about making money.
Yeah, all the parlays, right? Right?
Yeah.
I'm not a sports bettor, so I don't know all the terminology.
I
but
wish I did. Yeah. No, I feel like it is like broadening what sports can be and also broadening what betting can be. So it is. We talked last episode about how like it feels like maybe some of the like strategy has geared more towards like sports are for boys, but like this is clearly like
A message for the girlies.
yeah, like we brought Kendall Jenner in. We're addressing this joke that like the girls are like in on. So like trying to bridge the gap there, I think for sure. So we'll see.
I still want everything she wore in that ad.
All right. Well, we'll get on it. Let's
yeah.
do some Google
Someone
searching
make that
after
happen.
this. Yeah, amazing. All right. Well, we've got one more to get through, so let's hope it's a good one.
Nobody in the meeting stood up for me, and I was like, okay, guys.
Okay, so we've got some people at a diner. I believe.
Oh, it's
This is
the
Hellmann's.
yes. Okay. So
Okay, is this also shot at Katz's? Like last year's?
Oh, that's a good
This looks
question.
just like the When Harry Met Sally's location as last year.
I don't think it is exactly
feel like it
like
looks
that, but it
to the
feels.
same. Yeah.
The decor looks a little nicer than Katz's, but it is the same vibe of diner.
Whoa.
So
Throwing strays at cats.
Sorry, my bad. No one come for me.
we talked about this on the last episode, but the fact that this ad is coming out at the same time as Song Sung Blue is like, Neil Diamond music is very much.
Who would have known Neil Diamond would be so big in 2026?
Okay, I gotta talk about this part though. He's like squeezing mayonnaise on people's plates, and I find that really gross.
Okay, but the aim was kind of awesome. Like, he really
It is
nailed
good,
it.
but I'm like, that's too much mayonnaise.
That's
I think the problem is that you weren't raised in the Midwest because I've seen
So true.
ungodly amounts
True.
of mayo.
It's true. It's very true.
Katie and I were like, more
mayo. Yeah.
This ad takes a weird turn though, because he's like singing "Sweet Sandwich Time," and I'm like, that's fun. But then he's like, I've never left this place. Like I was born
Yeah.
here, and I'm like, what? Like totally.
Yeah, what's the backstory
That
there?
feels like Andy Samberg was like, can I just ad lib? And they were like, sure, why not?
It's Andy Samberg. You let him do what he wants to do.
Which I do love him. I think he's funny. I think he's great in this. I feel like he really like commits to like a physical bit too. So him like running through the diner set and squeezing mayo, like if you don't do that all the way, it looks really stupid. So I think he did well.
And they have the little Elle Fanning cameo in there, which we talked about last episode. Little Gen Z nod.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess.
possibly, like what they did with Sydney Sweeney last year.
It's just, the one line is just so, it's like such a non-line too. Like she's
Sydney
just,
Sweeney's last year?
Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney's and Elle Fanning.
Did
I
she
think.
talk? Did Elle Fanning talk?
Yeah, I think she says like no or something like that.
And she nailed that line.
She's got it. She practiced for days, hours, seconds. Yeah, so they get her in there, but it's an interesting strategy. We talked about
I
it.
do wonder if people are going to be singing this song like a lot after the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of an earworm, and the original, and like I feel like it's an enduring like karaoke choice. So I'm kind of like, I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, are people gonna sing "Sweet Sandwich Time"?
Hellman's wishes.
Yeah,
They're crossing their fingers for that.
I feel like anytime a brand does like a parody version with their brand in there, it's like, please, we hope this becomes the next big jingle.
We're also seeing that with State Farm is doing "Livin' on a Prayer."
Yeah.
But they have, some rewritten lyrics, etc. I'm like, we're going for the karaoke classics in some of these ads.
Yeah, so hopefully people will be singing along, but worst comes to worst, you'll have Sweet Caroline stuck in your head, which like that happens all the time anyways, I feel like. It's fine. Well, that brings us to the end of our live reactions. Do you guys have a favorite one that we saw?
Oh, I mean, the one that I'm going to be thinking about is the Hims and Hers one.
I agree. I think that's the one that I'm most curious to see how people react to.
Yeah.
It feels the most polarizing, so I feel like I have the most questions about it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I will be thinking about Will Shat.
For the foreseeable future.
For literally far
if
too long.
nothing else other than the audacity.
Honestly, I learned that he was 94, literally, in this episode, so that is pretty crazy.
He's looking great.
He's looking great. Thanks to Raisin
Thanks
Bran.
to fiber.
I guess. But maybe that's the claim they should have gone with. But thank you for joining us today on this super special bonus episode. Hopefully you had a good time with us. We had a fun, silly little time. If you have your own reactions, whatever you want to tell us about the Super Bowl or anything else, send us an email at mkbw@morningbrew.com, which you can also find in the show notes. See you next time.